Hello guys, welcome to Hindu Response and thanks for joining. Today we are going to see an Islamic blog which is used by various anti-Hindu channels run by missionaries and jihadis to show us scientific mistakes in Hindu scriptures. And if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe to it. And that being said, let's go. So the first mistake according to the blog is mountains had wings. To back up his claim, he gave references from Valmiki Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavatam, Matsya Puran, Linga Puran, Brahmanda Puran, Harivamsha and Rigveda. So let us see his Valmiki reference. O son, earlier in the Krita Yuga, mountains had wings. With speed equal to that of Garuda and Vayu, they went in all directions. After that, when those mountains were thus flying freely, Devas and living creatures together with sages obtained fear in the doubt that those mountains might fall down. Then the angry Devendra, who performed 100 Ashwamedha rituals, cut off the wings of thousands of mountains by his weapon Vajra then and there. Now, anyone who does not know Hindu scriptures or who is a secular Hindu will easily be fooled by this reference. Let me tell you the backstory of the so-called flying mountains. We all know Mother Parvati is the wife of Bhagwan Shiv. But who is the father of Mother Parvati? It is Himavan, also called as King of Mountains. His other name is Himaparvat, which means snow mountain. Along with Mother Parvati, he has 100 sons who are called as Parvatas, who are born with wings and can shape-shift into mountains. These 100 Parvatas supported Asuras, due to which Indra chopped their wings, leaving only one Parvat, whose name is Mainaka Parvat, who is now in Indian Ocean. You will understand it by reading the following verses from Ramayana. O best among mountains, Mainaka, you have been positioned here by Devendra as an obstacle to the groups of Asuras living in Patala. You are standing at the entrance of Patala, which is difficult to measure, fully covering it when Asuras, courageous by birth, are trying to rise up again. O mountain, you have capability to grow wide up or down. O best among mountains, for that reason I am encouraging you, rise up. Mount Mainaka, with love and with gladdened heart, obtained a human form and standing on its own peak, spoke these words approaching that courageous Hanuma in the sky. As you can see, they have the ability to shape-shift and increase their size. These mountains are not ordinary mountains. To put it simple, they have two forms, human form and mountain form. Now his second mistake. Earth is flat and has corners as per Hindu scriptures. Now to prove his point, he quoted Rigveda 10:58-3. Thy spirit that went far away to the four-cornered earth. Now this is from Griffith translation. Let us see what Wilson translation says. Rigveda 10th Mandala, 8th Astaka, 1st Adhyaya, Sukta 14 verse 3. Although thy spirit have gone far away to the four-quartered earth, we bring back that spirit of thine to dwell here, to live long. Now, quarter means direction. Even if still not satisfied, Shatpat Brahmana says, Shatpat Brahmana, now this earth is four-cornered, for the quarters are her corners. This is what Megasthenes, a Greek traveler, said in 300 BCE. Yet, on many points, their opinions coincide with those of the Greeks, for like them, they say that the world had a beginning and is liable to destruction and is in shape spherical. Even Surya Siddhanta says that earth is a globe. Quite in the middle of the egg, the earth globe, Bhugol, stands in the ether. His next so-called mistake, earth is immovable as per Hindu scriptures. To prove his point, he quoted Mahabharata, Anushasana Parva 12, section 62, verse 2. Bhishma said, of all kinds of gifts, the gift of earth has been said to be the first in point of merit. Earth is immovable and indestructible. This clearly shows how stupid the writer of the blog is, cause in the same section it is clearly written that those men who make gifts of ample and fertile earth unto Brahmanas, conversant with the Vedas, always shine in the world in consequence of their energy like so many suns. Here, earth means land, not the spherical earth. Next he quoted Atharva Veda. The heavens have stood still, the earth has stood still, all creatures have stood still, the trees that sleep erect have stood still, may this disease of thine stand still. The verse clearly says, all creatures have stood still. If still means immovable or fixed, does it mean all creatures are fixed or immovable? Even with basic sense, we can say that the word still used here does not mean immovable or fixed. Still can mean calm, quiet. For example, in Griffith translation, firm stood the heaven, firm stood the earth, firm stood this universal world, firm stood the trees that sleep erect. Let this thy malady be still. The word used is firm, which means without any change or stable. Let us read Rigveda 355 of H. Wilson. The graceful Agni protects the primary station of the moving earth. 4th Astaka, 1st Adhyaya. The divine self-sustaining heaven comes to him, the moving earth, like a loving wife. The above proofs clearly shows us that earth is moving. His next mistake, earth is supported by pillars. To prove his point, he quoted Rigveda 8:41-10. In his successive functions, he emits his bright rays during day or turns them dark during the night. He measures out the eternal abode and supports with the pillar of the firmament both heaven and the earth. May all our adversaries vanish. This is what Griffith translation says. Who, after his decree, spread the dark mass with a robe of light, who measured out the ancient seat, who pillared both the worlds apart as the unborn supported heaven. Let all the others die away. Rigveda Mandala 4 Sukta 56. Sure, in the world, he was a skillful craftsman. He who produced this twine, the earth and heaven, wise with his power, he brought both realms together, spacious and deep, well fashioned, unsupported. If we read these verses, it clearly shows that there is no physical pillar that supported earth, but it's God power that supports the earth as a pillar. For example, if we see Atharvaveda Skamba Sukta, which is also called as Pillar Sukta, says, who out of many, tell me, is that Skamba on whom as their foundation earth and firmament and sky are set, in whom as their appointed place rest fire and moon and sun and wind. The entire Sukta compares God with a pillar. And this is it, guys. This is just part 1. And soon I'm going to release part 2, where I'm going to talk about his so-called other mistakes in Hindu scriptures. Please like and share. Yours, Hindu Response.